Hello everyone, this is Joey from JLD Travels coming back with a new video today, and we're actually jumping in and having a quick look at how to start a dropshipping business with £0 or £0 or $0 or whichever currency you happen to be in. This one will be focusing on the UK and how to set one up in the UK. So without further ado, we'll jump in and we'll have a quick look, and I'll run through this as quickly as I can for you and try and make it as simple to understand, and we'll jump right in. So first, you can see here we'll be searching for a thing for a free business name generator, which is brand crowd. So basically enter some brief words in what sort of niche you want to start a business in potentially. So you give it a few words and it will populate, and then it will ask for a niche you want to go in, and then basically it will come up with some very sort of brief names for potential businesses. But obviously, just bearing in mind, do what I do here first, go and quickly check to see if any business names come up that are already registered businesses, because you don't want to have any issues later on down the line. And I do search for it through a few of these before I find one that doesn't look like there's a business with that name. And I had to re-record this particular bit because for some reason the first time when I did it originally, this portion of the screen recording didn't work, so I'm having to redo this again for another business, but it's not one I'm going to actually be launching, but we will run through things as we're going. And I think the one I chose for this one, Makeup Magic, I think. And then we just have a quick look. There's no businesses, there's videos of how makeup can be magic. So we go back to brand crowd, but just be careful with this site. Don't carry on to use it because you will have to pay for it, because I'm trying to do everything for free in this video. So we now hop over to Zala, and this will give you basically a free logo tool to make a logo for your business, completely free. And yeah, so we're literally looking for beauty, and you just follow these steps. They're very simple to follow, and then you scroll down, pick one like you like the look of. I think I ended up picking up this one, where you can edit it, change colours, and it will show you what it will look like on actual merch if you were to sell it as like t-shirts and phone covers and things like that. So there's a lot of colours to pick from, and I think I ended up picking pink for this one, and it just takes a little bit of a while to adjust. It's a lot quicker on computer, but I did this all on my phone just so if people don't have computers, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people like in the Philippines and Thailand and places like that don't have access to computers, and literally they live off their phones. So literally we can show you that you literally can start an e-commerce business for zero, and it's all, you can do it all off your phone. So just making some changes here. And I'll just change the font of the name. So I did have to block this bit because I'm entering some private information, so just have to bear with the logo here. Yeah, so that's sent it through. So then literally go to your email and enter there. Mine's already logged in, so it'll go straight in anyway. And there's the email from them, so I've had to block it here because it's showing my email. So I have to bear with the logo. So that's literally all done. You click the one at the bottom because you don't want to start a shop there. So it's literally, then it will show you the free one to which you can download. You just randomly just click on one and it will just download it through Chrome. So done already there. And then to show you that this is the website for Ecwid. And this is where I figured out that you could actually do it all on, because it actually had an app, which I didn't know it did have. And it will just populate the app. And it will block things here again, so you just have to bear with when the logo populates. So just logging in here. But this is the bit I did before, which actually did save, and I've tried to cut it down as much as possible, and cutting out like login ins and things like that. This is just a little bit just to show you just the login process for the app. So I've had to block it again here. So we're now logged in, and the steps to set up the store are very, very simple. So we're going to go and set the store up first. And this gives you 3 templates to use that you can edit and make your own, and you can upload photos, you can change things around, you can completely rewrite it and completely make it your own. Where for me this is completely new. I have obviously followed one, I think I ended up picking that one, that Thunderline one, and then obviously just for the sake of just this video I didn't change too much, just to make it easier for everyone to follow. I think I went back up and changed to beauty, I think. So I clicked that, and I think I went down and ended up picking that one. And I did upload one photo just to show you how seamless the whole process is. The actual website itself is just one page. And these are all the different areas that you can go through. There's the header and menu, the site logo, and I think I just ripped the name of the company. Obviously I made up one that I'm not actually going to use. So it's so seamless, so simple, and it literally just go back, that bit's done. You can add extras there if you want to. You can change the things in the header and thing. Then you literally go down to the next bit, which I can't see there. It's the cover and headlines next. So that's where you just enter a tagline if you've got some kind of sort of slogan you want to add in there. That was me just picking a picture quickly just to change, just to show you how easy it is to change a photo. And then you've got a description, a brief description about the business. The title, which I just literally, I think I ended up changing just the F and M in the end because it just didn't look right when I was going over it, but I changed that a little bit later on. So just typing in some just random thing for a tagline, and then I think, did I put something in the description? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, so just whatever you feel is right, what happens to populate in your head at the time, and you can always go back and make changes. So it's not, you don't have to worry too much when just to get obviously the store up and running. And just finishing off the description there. Obviously this is all through the app. It is so easy to use. Even I picked it up and I do struggle sometimes. And then literally go back, and there you can add an action link if you want to, which is just I think I did. It's just basically just to push them towards your actual store where your products will be. But with the one I have started, I will only start with the one product and just see how things go once all the social medias are up and running. Which I'm waiting on Instagram because there was some issue with that. I don't understand why, because it was a brand new account. Hopefully that's up and running. TikTok's up and running, so I made a little opening sort of video, and then I can start looking at making some more, and then eventually I think I might make a Facebook group page and these are like customer reviews, but obviously you can mess around with them. But obviously when you're a brand new store, you're not going to have any. So I just kind of sort of left that. I don't think I added anything, or I just left it as it is. Because obviously, like, you haven't had any sales yet, so obviously you're not going to have any customer reviews. So, but obviously when you do get customer reviews, it's very, very important to make sure you do add those onto your page to for your store, because it will obviously, more customers will see the more positive reviews they've had, or if you've at least had reviews, the more people are going to be interested in purchasing from the store, which is your main, obviously, focal point is the store and how it looks. And obviously when you do start to get sales, and obviously you get reviews, make sure that they get on to your store page and are visible. And that's literally just about us, about a company, and basically our ethics as a company and how we want to do things. I didn't change any of the other photos just to keep things as time constrained as possible. And that's our mission. That's the company mission section. Didn't change the photo there. I think I changed or added a couple little bits here and there. Yeah, so just filling in the description box. This feels weird doing a voiceover for something I've already done. Because like when you're just doing it, and obviously I was just screen recording it and just doing it, it just went so seamlessly, and it didn't feel like this whole recording, it was a lot longer. This main recording part from the Ecwid bit up until the bit where I show you the CJ dropshipping part, which is the fulfillment side of things. Then you've got image and tagline. You can change that if you want to. And you've got a title there. I didn't change the photo on that one either, because it's just trying to keep things as quick and easy as possible. And then another description box you can fill in there as well, which I did. Unfortunately, like it's a little bit blurred, you can't see too well, but obviously with me doing a voiceover, you know what's going on. And it probably is worth giving it a try, because I do believe through when I get to the CJ dropshipping part, is they do work with for people in the Philippines, they do work, looks like they work with Lazada and Shopee. Excuse me. Just finishing things up here. And then you go down to the contacts, and this is another bit I've had to block for obvious reasons. So a logo will populate in a second, it should do. Okay, where's the logo? Strange, I swore I put a logo here. I'm gonna have to make sure that when I'm re-editing this video that there's a logo there, because I'm pretty sure I put one there. Oh, there it is. Well, it wasn't anything too sensitive in that bit, so it should be fine. Just have to ignore the logo for a bit, people, so I do apologise, because obviously it's going into private, like, sensitive information here. And then just literally go back, and then that's your footer bit, which I changed a little bit. And it gives you a chance to preview the page before you publish it and make it live. And there's a couple other little bits to run through once this part is finished. And I think that's pretty much done for now, and I'm pretty sure I'll go to preview it next. Or do I go and do something? Yeah, I'll go to preview, so that's just have a quick look to see how the page will appear. This is where I figure this bit out where it just doesn't look right, and I go back in and change it just to F&M. And I'm just messing around that because I went and had a quick look at the logo to see if it would be a logo. So, oh no, did I add that as a logo? Oh, I must have changed that to a logo then. Okay, that's fine. It's just uploading, which is cool. So that will be the photo in the background. Once it uploads. And then I go back in because I didn't change it. So I must have gone back in, changed it back to text, and then added in just F&M. Yeah, so I just changed that to F&M. It just looked a little bit. F&M. I think I left it at that. Excuse me. Sneezy boy today. And then that's literally how it looks. You can go in, make more changes to it, but just for the sake of a tutorial, that's all I did. I didn't really bother changing too much. What am I doing with photos? Right, so changing things around, then we go into, this is where you go into Canva, which is completely free to use. You won't have access to everything, but it's something, so basically you can make a nice flashy logo, and I think I did populate that back in somewhere, because you just literally Canva is a wicked website. I do pay for it for my YouTube channel. So it's worth it when you're making videos every week and to make cool thumbnails. But just for this tutorial's sake, like to make images that you can put onto your store, this place is great to go. There's so much to look through, and you just have to look out that there's little gold crowns you'll see just there, and it'll have like pro next to it. That'll be one that you can't use, obviously, because it's part of a paid thing. But anything without that, you're free to use as much as you like. So I picked this one because it didn't have one. I literally just downloaded it straight away to add a bit of a different look to the store. And we just go back over to the store because I just have to download it quickly. And that's that done. Then we'll swing back over to Ecwid. I think I accidentally closed Ecwid by accident yet. So go back into Ecwid. And we'll go over there. Back to the store just to change the picture. Because I think I ended up changing my mind about the picture near the header area. And here I had like a blonde moment, and I was like, how do I change it? And it's just literally edit site. It's like right there in the blue box, so that why have I gone back over there? Gone back to Canva for some reason. I don't understand why have I done that? Oh yeah, I went back there to make a different picture, I think, or something, didn't I? Something, or make something else. Yeah, it was to make another picture, so quickly do that. Actually have a scroll down. It's just weirdly how simple and how easy it is to start a store on Ecwid. And it's completely free. Yes, as long as you don't have any your first 10 items, they will let you have them on the store for free. But if you do obviously want to upscale your business, obviously once it kicks off and starts to gain some ground. Why have I gone back into there to read down? I don't understand. Okay, might have added the same bit in twice for some reason. I don't know why. Anyhow, but yeah. So going back to what I was just saying, that obviously if you want to upscale, there are paid options for Ecwid. But just for the time being, just starting out, what you want to do is obviously get your first sale through the door, and then obviously work with your social media channels for the business to make some content around your stuff. And even though this is free, what I would possibly recommend is maybe potentially getting a tester product from CJ Dropshipping, just to give it a test. You not necessarily use it yourself, but obviously you can make some videos around it, take some photos with the actual product, and then maybe get someone that you know to give it a test, and you could do sort of like a little review on it with someone using it. So many options you can do. It's not going to be too expensive, but obviously if you want to keep things as zero as possible, you're just going to have to make some content around the stuff, and obviously promote it through, like, if you make a Facebook group, or if there are any other groups that are into like makeup and beauty things, like it's worth sort of joining some of these groups and then asking like mods if that you can drop in your business because you think it might help people in the thing. And this is just quickly just to show you that Ecwid does have plans if you were to want to upscale. And now we've moved over to CJ Dropshipping, and this is basically your fulfillment area. So basically on here, what's really cool, I did mess around with it because the website in Chrome on your phone works slightly different to how it works on a laptop. That basically when you're searching for a product to look at, you think might potentially be something worth looking into as an item you would like to put on your store, you can change because they actually do have warehouses in Great Britain. They have one in Germany. I think some other European countries, if you want to keep it within the UK and EU, to keep delivery times down. Because I was looking with like AliExpress and Alibaba, and just the delivery times, it's not a possible option. And then obviously you can, if you wanted to focus on like say United States, Canada, or New Zealand, maybe Australia, and it will show you all the available warehouses that you can dropship from. And then obviously it will show you how much the product will be buying it through CJ Dropshipping. And then obviously you can then upscale your price on your site. So basically someone comes in, they buy the item on your store, and then basically you then take the proportion of what they've paid. You then go to CJ Dropshipping, you buy the item, and then CJ Dropshipping sorts out all the postage and the packing and everything else. So it is really seamless. There's just me just flicking through, having a look at some things. and it was just me searching for stuff, and I don't know why it found these. That's literally all it found. We have to make sure that when you are potentially looking at something to dropship, when you are looking from a specific warehouse, to make sure that they're not running low on stock, because if your particular items does actually catch on and start selling, you don't want to end up finding that when you go to buy some items, there's none left. So one thing I did look out for, that they still had hundreds left in stock for the one that I actually used for my actual store that I opened on Friday. What's it, Saturday? It was Friday or Saturday, but it was this week. And literally just looking through some stuff that you could potentially look at upscaling and putting on your store. There's some like beauty boxes. But it's also worth that when you are looking through these photos, you can actually save some of these photos. This is what I did, just to keep things down as at zero as possible. Literally just saved the images, went down, copied the major part of the description, and then just copied and pasted it. I would recommend obviously changing a little bit to make it look more your own, but just for the sake of this is something I've not done before. The description to me, from what I read, was enough to explain everything that needed to be explained. And then that's just showing you to shipping from the USA for some reason, but you can change this stuff, so just ignore that bit. And this is just basically, just before you do jump in as well, before picking a product, what I would recommend is doing a little bit of product research, where basically you just go into like Google, eBay, Amazon, and TikTok, and just scroll through them and see what sort of products are garnering the most interest at the moment. And then it's worth sort of looking through that, picking a niche that you're passionate about, because this is going to make it more interesting to yourself. Me, I don't really know much about makeup, but I've picked this because having 5 sisters and stuff, I know that obviously women take how they can look after their skin and how they appear is very important to them. So it's something worthwhile, because you're providing something that could potentially be helpful to them, and it solves a problem if they it solves a problem. Obviously blackheads can be quite a problem, and it's not just a girl's thing, it's a guy's thing as well. So obviously the item that I ended up picking is something that I think should solve an issue to make someone's life better. Being able to remove blackheads at home and not have someone else and then have to pay for someone else to do it, to remove it for you, and then you've just got something in the palm of your hand. You can do it at your leisure, do it at your own pace. And then now I was just looking at some other potential sort of things with like hair products. So it's just like seeing what sort of things the warehouse in Britain had. It didn't seem to have too much beauty and healthcare products, but we can figure things out. Doesn't always have to be from here. I guess you could always look at another near-ish one in Europe, I guess. But we're pretty much coming to the end of the video here. Yeah, so I'll pause that video in the background. Yeah, so that's literally the process from start to finish of making a e-commerce dropshipping store on Ecwid. So you take advantage of all these free resources, the free business name generator that was back at the start, Let me just quickly wind the video back just so I can. Oh yeah. So you use the free business name generator from BrandCrowd. Use Zala, which is a free website to build your logo for your business. So that's 2 free things. Ecwid, and whether you wanted to do it on the website or doing it through the app's free off the app, just the Google Play Store, or if you have an iPhone, I do believe it's also on the App Store there. So that's 3 things, all free. And then if you want to make any more specific, better looking photos for your actual main page of your store, you got Canva, which can be used for free. So that's 4 things you use for free. CJ Dropshipping, which is the fulfillment side, which is free to use. And then obviously the only time that there's any kind of money involved is when you have a sale and then you're placing the order through CJ Dropshipping, who cover all the fulfillment, packaging, postage, and that side of things. And from what I can gather, they've got a very good. They do give a 30-day returns as well. So obviously, if there was anything to have any issues, that there should be no issues with sorting out either a replacement or a refund for the customer. The one thing that I didn't go in there and show was basically where you link your PayPal, because obviously this is done in the UK. Things will probably be different done elsewhere, but I can't really comment elsewhere because what I've learned is just for the UK. So that basically you have your PayPal is interlinked with Ecwid. So literally once a sale comes through, the money goes straight into your PayPal. It may take a day or so for the money to clear there, and then that's when obviously you then go over. You obviously get the item through CJ Dropshipping, place the order through there. You put all the customer's details in there because you just order as a guest. They handle all of that. That then goes out, and then they do obviously give you a tracking number so you can then send an email to the customer to obviously to update them with the tracking information. And 5 to 6, or I think it's like 5 to 8 business days, and then they'll have their item. Obviously you have to include like a bit of time for postage and packing and the order to be processed on CJ Dropshipping's side. And that's so much better to like how AliExpress was like over a month before that would get anywhere close to the customer. And if you're trying to start an online business, you don't want to get that first sale through the door and then they're like, oh, my item hasn't arrived. Oh, the order's been placed. It'll take about a month. They will just never shop with you again. So CJ Dropshipping is probably your best bet if you're UK based. I wouldn't recommend going down eBay's doing dropshipping through eBay, because you have to have a bit of financial, like, not backing is the wrong word. You have to have a bit of financial there to basically use on behalf of your company, because basically how eBay works is that a customer places the order. Where they used to work with PayPal, it was so much better, and it's pretty much the same with Amazon. They won't release your payment for your item until the item has been posted. So basically it's rife for scams, because I got scammed myself about a year ago for an iPhone, basically through Royal Mail and whatnot, through Facebook Marketplace. But that's another story for another time. But just basically, in short, if you do have any questions about what I have discussed today, please don't hesitate to drop us a comment down below, and I'll try to answer any kind of query or information. why I've decided to do this is that obviously I noticed with CJ Dropshipping is that they do not, I don't know if they work in partnership, but you can use CJ Dropshipping if you're trying to sell items in the Philippines on Lazada or Shopee. I don't know if you have to pay for those or not, because I'm not from the Philippines myself, but it's worth something to bear in mind that you could start a business in the Philippines, but just be focusing on like the UK or the USA or somewhere like that, and then obviously you just go from there. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it was informative for everyone. And if you did like the video, please don't hesitate to drop us a like down below. Please check out all our other videos on the channel. Please share the video around, smash the subscribe button, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss a video. And we'll catch you in the next one, guys.